Turning Red, the new film from Disney Pixar, but is it another Disney Pixar classic? A 13-year-old girl turns into a giant red panda whenever she gets too excited. I love Disney Pixar. They've made some classics. They never really miss. They've had a few duds. I thought Luca was pretty good, and Soul was my favorite film of 2020. Granted, there wasn't many films out that year, but still, it made it top of my list. So of course I was excited for Turning Red. And what did I think of the film? I think it's another great addition to this collection of Pixar films. Is it one of the best? No. I don't think it's in that top tier of Pixar films, but it's definitely riding that line because I had a blast with Turning Red. I think my favorite part about this film is the animation. And to no surprise, it is beautiful. Pixar, it's insane. They must be a bunch of wizards and witches because some of the shit they do is so unbelievable. But with this film, there's a different style to it than what we normally get in these Pixar films that feels really refreshing and it worked really well. It's extremely colorful, but there's like quick cuts in the way it's edited and some of the things they do that make scenes funnier and to show some characters' emotions. And all of that was really well done. And I think it was the biggest standout about this film. And also, to no surprise, the message in this film is amazing. I won't say it because it'll be spoilers, but with these types of films, specifically with Pixar films, you know that they always just nail it with this emotional message that they're trying to get across. You think the film is about one thing, and by the end of it, you're like, oh, this is wonderful. It's emotional. It's extremely well paced. I mean, the film is, I think, almost 2 hours, and it feels like it's an hour long. There's so many wonderful characters that made me laugh. This is one of the funnier Pixar films I've seen in a while. I will say that for sure. But my only issues with it, I think it kind of stumbles on the third act. The message that it's trying to get across is really well done. It's powerful, emotional, all of that. That's great. But what happens plot-wise becomes a little too crazy. I know it's a movie about a girl that turned into a fucking red panda, so it's obviously going to be unbelievable. But it got to the point in the last act where some shit was going on. I'm like, oh my fucking god. We might see mass murder. We might need the National Guard to come here and stop some of this shit. And that took me out of it a little bit. It got a little too crazy, which made the third act feel a little underwhelming compared to the first two acts. And there's some subplots that feel a little predictable, but you know what's going to happen with some of these Disney movies. Overall, though, I thought Turning Red was another great addition to the Pixar filmography. I think it was colorful, unique, extremely well-paced, felt refreshing, and obviously had a great message. You know, all these Pixar films are going to have. It's on Disney Plus. It's definitely worth the watch. It's just an extremely fun movie, and I think you'll have a great time. I'm going to give Turning Red 8 Davey Daves. I'm surprised this went straight to Disney Plus and there's no charge for it because you know they'd love to do that shit. But I will say this film hasn't really been marketed that much and I don't know why. I really don't know why. This is definitely one of the more mature Pixar films I've seen. And like I said, I thought it was really well done. Surprised it didn't make it to theaters. I'm surprised Disney Plus didn't make you pay like $60 to make you watch it. But hey, I'm not complaining. Go watch it. Go watch it and let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to hear. And thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Davey's Takes.